let's talk about the FCC.
Okay,
That's the Federal Communications Commission in the States.
In the Americas.
Mm-hmm. They have decreed that 25 megabits per second download and 3 megabits per second upload are not broadband.
Yeah, they're not.
No, you can get that on dial-up.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's a slow ass speed. Could you imagine?
Oh my God. You can't do anything on that. You can send an email.
Well, I mean, no, you can do, well, I guess with the modern internet, yeah, you probably couldn't do anything.
No, like HTML5 stuff, it's like,
yeah,
it's not happening, dude. It's not happening.
Yeah, it's crazy how, like, with the sort of increase in technology and everything, that the efficiency of everything just goes down and down.
Yep.
Like, think back to NES. Like, how big is Super Mario Brothers?
48K.
Yeah.
Kilobits.
Yeah. It's like nothing, right?
Nothing.
And now, like, that's like the size of the font in a modern game.
Yeah.
Or not even the size of the font. That's not enough for the font.
No, fonts are megabits.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Megabytes, actually.
Yeah, like that's not even enough to like do the, I don't even know what it's like the README file of a game, you know?
I downloaded the README of the Bible once.
Uh-huh.
It was 5 megs.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just for fun.
Just for fun?
Yeah, like, I was gonna make. I had this idea when I was young to make a BBS that was the library. You get whatever documents you wanted on it. And so I was trying to like put all this together and like downloading the Bible. It was 5 megs.
Why was it so big?
In a text file. It was the Bible, man.
But it's not that long.
It's a big book.
Not that long. Must have
And
some
downloading
like,
it took
pictures
days.
Yeah.
Absolute days to get.
Yeah, especially BBS speeds.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Took up multiple discs to put it on.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? Pass me those extra AOL discs.
Yeah.
It's like free saving space here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use 2 terabytes a month of data.
On
at home.
Or just on your computer.
Yeah. So this household consumes 2 terabytes. That's 2,000 gigabytes.
I don't know how much we use at my house, but it's got to be a lot because, well, I'm every night streaming at least 2 hours of American Dad.
Yeah.
Plus anything else that's done through the day. Yeah. And then live streaming. That takes a little bit of bandwidth, I think. I don't know. I'm not familiar. So, yeah. I guess, could you stream with 25 Mbps? Would it be streaming at 720, 30? Is that enough bandwidth?
God. Let's go to the download calculator.
Okay.
Let's see how long it would take for me to do that amount of terabytes.
On what, 25 Mbps?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It would take 177 hours, 46 minutes and 40 seconds.
For 2 terabytes?
For 2 terabytes.
That's not that bad.
That isn't that bad, no.
That's nonstop without someone picking up the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Disconnecting you and you having to reconnect. And then getting through the queue of the dial-up. Do you remember when you'd try to dial up and you'd have to wait because it'd be busy? Oh my God. How did we even live back in the day?
So on my current internet, that would take 53 seconds.
53 seconds to download 2 terabytes?
Yep, at 300 gigabits per second.
Do you get 300?
Yep.
Wow. What's that like?
It's magical. That's how I can watch 2 terabytes of YouTube and Netflix and all that. Or is it 2 terabytes? Maybe it's 2,000 terabytes.
Yeah, that's probably more.
Let me look.
2,000 terabytes? 2,000 might be too much. That's crazy.
That is a lot of data. Okay, let me look up in my app here.
But the broadband 25 Mbps. I think there's certain areas that, I mean, they'll just have to relabel it and say it's not broadband anymore when they're advertising it.
Yeah, it'll just be slow band.
Because there's a lot of rural areas. That's like the best they can get, right?
Yeah, because they're still on copper out there.
Yeah. So, and unless you want to pay for the company to come through and do it, they're not going to do it. So, sucks for you, but
yep,
it is what it is.
Oh yeah, it's only 2 terabytes. 2001. I used 1,622 gigabytes last month.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not, yeah.
And you actually get 300 down?
Yeah.
Wow.
I actually get more. I get 320. 320
How
down
much
and
does your
320
internet
up.
cost?
All my home
but
services
you're on with
cost,
the phone and everything, right? Too.
all
right?
my home services cost 200.
Wow, pretty crazy.
And then my phones cost 200.
Crazy.
We pay so much, dude.
You sure do.
It's ridiculous.
I don't pay that much for my internet. It gets the job done, more or less.
More or less, yeah.
More
And
or
I mean,
less.
you guys are going to be able to get fiber to your home anyway soon.
Mm-hmm.
Because of Rogers buying out the other company.
Can't I already? I thought I could.
No, they're just rolling it out now.
Oh yeah.
So you still have to have copper, but they're aggressively pushing to get people switched over.
They better aggressively push a discount. Again.
Right?
Yeah. So I can't even remember having internet this slow. Really.
I remember having that slow of internet.
I mean, I guess I do. I remember like downloading a song and it would take like an hour to download on like Napster or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like 3 megs or whatever. Like, holy fuck. This is crazy.
Yes.
And then forget it if you want to watch a video or something like that.
Yeah, you weren't watching a video.
I can't remember the first YouTube videos that I watched. Like I can remember watching a long time ago, watching certain YouTube videos, but I can't remember like what first was on YouTube that I watched, you know?
I didn't get into YouTube until like a couple of years ago.
Well, I mean, I wasn't into YouTube, but it would be like, you know, let me watch a trailer or something like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I was tuning in to watch specific people because I didn't give a shit about any of that stuff back in the day. Like I remember early YouTubers like Smosh and shit like that, but I'd be like, why the fuck would I watch that? Which continues to this day. Like whenever anyone's like about a YouTuber, I'm like, why the fuck would I watch that?
Yeah, that used to be me.
It used to be just Real Player. It'd be like, oh, there's a new fucking trailer for a movie. I got to try to watch it on Real Player. Oh my God.
Oh man, Real Player.
Oh my God. Not Real Player. Anything but Real Player. Yeah, just the worst.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So terrible.
So the FCC is upping the speeds to be considered broadband to 100 megabits per second down and 20 megabits per second up.
It's not even.
It's still not that much.
You know. It's a little nicer though.
Yeah.
Stuff done maybe.
The government of Canada has declared, I don't know how long ago it was, that internet is a basic human right.
Hell yeah, it is, dog. It should be free.
So now there's a big push to get all the smaller communities hooked up to
yeah, it's a little
fiber.
Different in Canada though than America.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like America, it's spread out every state, every area. There's people living.
Yeah.
But in Canada, it's like, what is it? 90% of the people live within 100 kilometers of the U.S. border.
Yeah.
So it's easy to like link all the communities up with high broadband.
It's not as easy because you're still, especially those smaller communities that are kind of on the outskirts.
Yeah, but it's
still
much
very difficult.
easier than America.
Oh yeah,
where it's spread out everywhere.
Yeah,
you know. So
and a lot easier in the interior of Canada versus the edges.
Yes.
Well, maybe just here. I don't know what the mountains are like in Ontario and over there.
I don't think there really is. It's more just like what eastern BC and Alberta, western Alberta. But like think Saskatchewan. It's like, oh, we got to link up Saskatchewan. Okay, just go straight that way and put one line.
Yeah.
We got every fucking village in this whole country here.
Yep.
Yeah. That's good. They should do it. And I think it should be. Like if they say it's a basic human right or whatever, they kind of do that with the CBC too.
Yeah.
Well, once they got rid of the CBC over the airwaves, it's still supposed to be free to everybody. So I know I've heard of people that have gotten cable hookup for free because they get CBC.
Like the actual televised CBC.
Yeah. Because it's supposed to be free to everyone.
Yeah.
As a government service.
Yeah.
Canada's weird with a lot of this stuff. Well, I mean, I guess it's not just Canada, it's America too, but we have a lot of public services that are operated just as it's a thing that you get, right? So like we have, I mean, America has it too, obviously, like the post office and stuff like that. But it's not like, that's why whenever people say like, oh, we operate at the CBC at a loss. Yeah, no fucking shit. It's a public service.
Yeah.
Like we operate the post office at a loss too. It's because it's there for the people.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So anyways, I don't really agree with CBC, like subsidized Canadian television. Like we don't really need it, but whatever.
Yeah. It was interesting because it within the last 40, 50 years in BC, stuff has changed from a government corporation to now it is. So all of our utilities were government and now they're public. They're private or privately owned.
Yeah.
Like with BC Tel, that was run by the government. And now, it's TELUS.
Sold to TELUS.
Yeah. They sold it to TELUS and TELUS has bought up a bunch of other stuff. So
I don't think BC Hydro is still.
No, BC Hydro is still government.
They would never sell that.
No, it's too lucrative.
Yeah, that's for
too lucrative. The gas, it used to be BC Gas, and now it's Fortis. Fortis bought them out.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of our government run utilities are now.
Which private. Is, I don't know. I kind of disagree with that to an extent. Like those are also basic things that people need.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Those are basic human rights.
They shouldn't be operated as a for-profit business, but I think they're heavily regulated. So
yes, they are.
They're not that for-profit, really.
Yeah.
So, and at worst, the government could just swoop in and be like, "Yeah, we're taking it back."
even the telecom companies are heavily regulated.
Not enough.
Not enough, but they're still regulated even by BC Hydro. Because
really?
BC Hydro dictates a lot of stuff lines? You can do. Yeah, because if you're using a joint use pole, BC Hydro's like, no, these are the rules. And you have to follow them.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't regulate the telecoms enough because it's way too expensive in Canada.
It's way too expensive.
It's so stupid.
And
we're like the most expensive country in the Western world for telephone service.
Yeah. With the advent of fiber and everything moving to fiber, they should lower the cost.
They should.
Fiber is so cheap. It's ridiculously cheap. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. But I mean, it is something they could do. But yeah, because there's not enough competition here, although there is more now that Rogers has bought out, Shaw.
Yeah, that's more or less competition.
That's more because Rogers is huge. Rogers is going to push a lot harder to get into more homes than Shaw could.
Yeah, but that's just, there was 2 companies. Now there's 1 company.
No, there's still 2. There was 2 and now there's 2.
But like, not really. That's like when TELUS owns like, I don't know, Kudo or whatever.
Yeah, well, it's TELUS and Rogers now.
Yeah, I know, but
not TELUS and Shaw. So
yeah, but they could have had Rogers come in on their own and kept Shaw.
They could have, yeah.
That would have been better for the consumer.
the BC government was like, that's fine.
Yeah, thank you,
BC
government. Yeah. It should have been they just come in as a third company with a third option, because now we still only have 2 options.
Yes.
So like I don't.
But the other option is now going to be a little bit better than it used to be.
Yeah, but do you expect the prices to go down or anything? I don't think
not.
So.
It would be nice to see. That's wishful thinking. But yeah, it's probably not going to come down.
They should not have approved that. But
no,
whatever. Whatever, man.
Yeah, I guess especially with telecom, it's a lot more difficult because now you've got the other companies got to run all their own cables, put in all their own poles or whatever.
Well, don't they just share?
They do share. Yeah. But
I thought that was a law. They have to let people use it. Like all these little cheapo public mobile and stuff.
Yeah.
The government was like, no, you have to let them use it.
Yeah. But I'm more thinking about for like a home service where the lines are like linked together and they all go back to the central office that is owned by, a particular company. So having to run all your own lines just to break into the market I think
Rogers could afford it.
Oh, Rogers could definitely afford it.
I think they could afford it.
They definitely could.
Yeah.
Because they're Shaw out here, Rogers was like how TELUS is back east. Yeah. Just tiny.
Yeah.
Like they're basically don't even exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, getting more competition in that space is difficult because you have to have a ton of money just to come in and put all these lines up.
Again, it's a little different in America where you can have like 10 times the client base possibilities.
Yes.
So it's a little easier for something to start up and, make a profit. Whereas here it's just like, it's kind of already set up this way. So
Yeah, because I mean, Canada is not as big as California.
Population wise. I know, it's crazy.
California.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Like people just scared of Canada, or what's the deal?
I think so.
You think that's why people
Maybe
are scared
it's
of
not
Canada?
the land of the free, you know. We don't have all them. We don't have them First Amendment rights.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's we're more strict about it. Immigration.
We actually let in as many people as the States does.
You think so?
Yeah, but
Okay.
per capita, we let in way more because we let in I was watching a video. I don't know how accurate it is, but they were saying that we let in about 250,000 immigrants in a year, and so does America.
That's it? 250,000?
Yeah, but per capita, we let in way more.
It's probably because they capped it in the more recent times.
Yeah,
because it used to not be that way.
I would imagine so. Yeah, so per capita, we let in way more, and America lets in like points of a percent.
Interesting. I wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah, I got that out of a YouTube video. I don't know how accurate it is. So
okay,
but
who knows?
Nobody knows. Sounds pretty plausible.
Let's just say that we agree with it.
Sounds good.
Go with it.
Sounds good.